Oh, good morning, everyone. I hope you can hear me. Uh, Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me, and then we'll get started. Yeah. Let's see who's here. Mick Genre, hi. Queen Marat, Anot, L, David, hi. I see you. Can you all hear me? Hello. I feel like that voice in the wilderness. Oh, goody. I'm glad you can hear me. Well, this morning, melanated queen, hello. This is going to be a great day, I say. I am coming to you live this morning from the hospital. Oh, yes. We're just trying to figure out what's going on. But when I know more, I'll keep you updated. Right now, I know nothing. But what I want to tell you today, so if you hear any noise, beeping, you hear all these things, you know where I'm at. Um, you see, sometimes we may get caught up. Sometimes we may become caught up in situations. And we're like, well, I don't know what to do. Right? Sometimes we say that. I don't know what to do. Remember always the law of polarity. You may not know what you want to do, but you know what you want the outcome to be. You want the outcome to be in your favor. You want to come out on top. That is what you want. So how do we get there? When we decide what it is that we want the outcome to be, the next step is always shown. Oh, hold tight, y'all. I told you. Um, bear with. Hi. Bear with me, y'all. I'll mute myself for a moment. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. So when you know what it is that you want to accomplish, the next step will be shown to you because that's the direction that you're looking in. Are all steps simple? For your situation, yes. They are because they're right there. When you see them, you take them. Well, Angela, what if I'm too scared to take that next step? Whew. I knew scared this weekend. I knew scared. So I understand. It's okay to be afraid. But the next step is shown to you. So you have to take that next step. It's not, the step isn't there to scare you or petrify you. The next step is there to bring you where you say you want to go. This is why when we tell ourselves, oh, I just got to believe. And no, you have to know the law. You have to know the law. What does the law tell you? It doesn't tell you to, oh, just go willy-nilly. It says no. It always asks you, where's your mind at? You see, we want to give the law a personality. It doesn't have one because it's not a person. It's the essence of the all. But if you sit for a moment and you ponder, if you sit for a moment and you ponder, right, you will see, you will recognize, and you'll come to know that the law only ever has your best interest at heart. Oh, wow, Angela, look at where you're at today. How can the law have your best interest at heart? Because it does. My son could have found me again. Ooh, not a fun experience. But I was out in front of it, right? The law has your best interest at heart every single time because it is always asking you, where's your mind? The all is mind. The universe is a mental creation, as within, so without. Because everything vibrates. It vibrates between two poles, a swing to and fro, creating a rhythm, an ebb and a flow. Every cause has its effect, yet every effect its cause. A projection of the will, masculine, giving life, giving form, feminine, right? How can that not be for your best interest? How can it not be for your best interest when it says, where is your mind set upon? Where is it? Because wherever your mind is set is what you're going to experience. Tell me that's not the greatest care. Tell me that is not unconditional love. And then what does it do if you respond with, but I am scared? You'll hear, fine, take a moment. What does polarity want you to do? Recognize where you are now and then decide where you want to be. That's what it does. So today I want for you to recognize how much you are loved, how much you are cared for. You know why I want you to recognize it? Because sometimes we do dumb shit to go out there and prove that we are thought about, cared about, loved. That's what we do. We go out there looking for it in somebody else. But if you don't know that it is already you, just by way of those 7 principles, if you don't know that it is already you, because you can see it and you know it based on what the law tells you, how are you going to find it out there? What does the scripture tell you? Though my mother and father forsake me, the law will take me up. Though my mother and father forsake me, the law will take me up. So listen to it. You see, when I tell you that the law is in every holy book, I wasn't kidding. The law is reminding you and I we are cared for. Not just, you're kind of okay, I'll tolerate your existence. That's not what the law says. Also, scripture tells us neither height nor depth, life nor death can separate us from what? The love of God. You can't go high enough. Ain't no mountain high enough. You can't go high enough. You can't go low enough to separate yourself from the love of God. I wonder why that is. What does the law say? The all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. Hear it again. The all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. Do you know why you can't be separated? Because you are a thought in the mind of the all. That's why you and I cannot be separated ever from unconditional love. We always have it. Neville Goddard says the only reason why we don't believe, why we don't have what we are, is because we don't believe that we have it already. Wherever cyber is, he'll tell me what that really means. Like the true definition, not the definition, but the verbatim. He'll tell me what it is. The only reason why we don't have it is because we refuse to believe it. I say we refuse to know it. So the next time you want to sit and feel, perhaps, a memory comes rushing over your body and you begin to feel bad that you didn't have a particular thing. You feel like you're alone in the world. You feel like you're unloved in the world. When you start to feel like that, hey, what is it that you're going to bring to memory? That's right. You're going to bring to memory the laws because they show you as clear and as crisp as day. The law will show you as crisp and clear as day that you are loved. You are appreciated. Listen, no one can abandon you. Oh, snap. Nobody can abandon you. I wonder why that is. Why is it? Because you are a thought in the mind of the all. You are. I am. Do you know what it means? Do you know what you're doing when you sit there and you think of someone? When you call them to memory in your mind, what are you doing? You've given them your attention. To give something your attention, you deem it valuable. So you think the all is just, if it had legs, is skipping through a field of daisies. Oh, look, there's Zola. It's not doing that. It doesn't call you to memory when it feels like it. That's where you are. It's where you've been this whole time. You've been a thought in the mind of the all this whole time. Let me ask you this. You think if you get up every morning and you know that you're a thought in the mind of the all, do you think you'd beat your neighbor up? You think they'd do dumb stuff? No. It is when we forget ourselves that we try to fill a void. That's what happens. That's what happens. We try and fill a void because we think we are alone. It is only the perception of a void. It isn't really there. You are the evidence of a void not being there. You are the effect. So if you are the effect, then there is a cause. So when you get up in the morning and you want to, I'm so alone. You want to do that? Do it for 30 seconds if you wish, if you must. But then you roll over on your back and you look up, or you can close your eyes, and you remember, I am a thought in the mind of the all. The all has no feelings, so you can't offend it. It's not going to sprinkle love on you today because it feels like, and then cut you off tomorrow because it's mad at you. That is not what it does. The all is not petty. So what do we get to do? We get to strive to the level of the all. We get to strive to be just like the all. We love unconditionally. But you notice how the all doesn't beat you into submission? What does that mean for you? What does that mean for me? It means if somebody is living their life and they don't want to be with you, what are you gonna do? You're gonna hog tie them? Make them love you? I can't make you love me if you don't, right? The all does not do that to you. So don't do it to somebody else. right? The all says, as within you, so must you experience on the outside. That's what it's saying to you. So what do you want to be on the inside? At peace, in alignment with the all itself, by way of the laws, right? That's what you want to be. Let's take a moment real quick and welcome everybody. Oracle Treehouse. Hey, hey, Marjorie. I see you, beautiful. Zola. Cyber. I know the bridge isn't always pretty, but, you know, it brings together what's in this dimension, right? Anot. Thank you, Anot. Melanated Queen, mixed genre. Queen Marat. L. David. Cynthia. Oh, Olivia said hi. Well, hi, Olivia. It's so good to meet you, my sweet. Mummy says very good things about you. She does. So you see today, you are loved in the most unconditional and beautiful way. You are. Every one of us is. And I know some days it may not feel like it, Nancy. Some days we don't feel like we're loved. But what does the all tell us? The all says, hey, hey, where's your mind set upon today? Because wherever your mind is set, whatever's within you, you'll experience on the outside. You see, you may think that the all doesn't hear because it doesn't have ears. It's not a person like we are. But you're in its mind. Put it this way then. When Miss Cynthia goes somewhere, right? Will she stop and say, ooh, Olivia would look cute in this? Aw, my baby would love this. Why? Because Olivia is always in her mind. You know what science tells us? It says when a mother has a baby, the cells from that baby remains in the mother's brain for well over 18 years. I wonder why. And dare I venture a guess that it is for the lifetime. That child is always in its mother's mind. How can I be so sure? How can I venture to guess that? The all is mind. You and I are not a thought in the mind of the all today. We are a thought in the mind of the all yesterday, today, and forever. So the encouragement for us today is simply this. When you get up, know it. And you know how you know it? We're into spring now. What's happening in spring? Ooh, pollen. New life is starting in spring. What is that? The law of rhythm. You see, it is such a beautiful thing. It is such a beautiful thing. What's your question, Cyber? It always makes sense in the end. I can't think of a single instance where something seemingly bad in my life didn't end up being a blessing in the end. Well, it is perception, isn't it? It definitely is the perception. Jamea, yes, I see you. It is always perception. How do we know it's always perception? I was on Discord with my boy last night. We were video chatting because he's at home and I'm here. And he held up the juice box to me and he says, Mom, how come I can't, how come I see it backwards? and you don't. I said, because you're looking out your eyes. So that is your perception. When I look out my eyes, I see it forward facing. My perception. Neither way is wrong. It's just a matter of perception. But sometimes the perception can become distorted. Pardon me. Why would it become distorted? It would become distorted based upon what you think of it. Right? As I heard someone say, I just seem to keep going from one trauma to the next. I heard someone say that on Friday, or was it Saturday? All the days have melted together. But I heard somebody say it. Perspective, right? So if we're seeing something and you're looking at it and you're like, I keep doing this. I keep doing that. It is for you now to examine it. What do you keep doing? What do you keep doing? Are you belittling yourself? Are you saying mean things to yourself in your own mind? The only reason why that happens is because you think that of yourself. So if you didn't think that of yourself, you wouldn't speak to yourself in such a fashion. So you see, it doesn't matter what you think. The problem is, it doesn't matter what you think the problem is. What does the law tell you? It has a singular source. The mind. So get in there and rummage around for a little bit. Oscar on Sesame Street, when he used to go through the garbage can and throw things out? Yeah, that's what we're doing. You're like, oh, no, don't need that anymore. Toss it. Don't need that anymore. Toss it. These are, when I tell you today that you and I are loved. You think mommy loves you? Shoot, that's just a tip of the iceberg. If you think mommy loves you this much, this much, to the moon and back, they say, how much more does the all love you? And remember, the all does not love you because it feels. The all loves you because it is. And you are. That's why the all loves you. It is. Therefore, you and I, we are. And I know sometimes, yes, it may appear, right? Sometimes it may appear that we are not. But remember, any magician worth his salt can fool your eye. If your eye is that easily deceived, the all tells you to do what? Look beyond it. Well, how? The all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. It means you create mentally. That's what it means. Here's something that I also understood from being here for the past 3 days. Wait, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days. I've also learned something. We create sometimes from a place, more often than not, from a place of habit, yes, because we are habitual creatures. But what I learned over the past couple days is that you must rise above your habit. How do I know this? For those in the medical field, NPO, yeah, I can't eat or drink. But one morning a nurse came in and she brought me a cup of water with a straw. You know how they do. And I said, I'm allowed to drink now? She says, oh no, you're not. And she left it on the table and she came back into the room. She goes, I'll take it. I said, thanks. See, the habit of the job is such that that's what they do. It is part of their protocol to bring it, right? So when they bring it, if they don't see it, right? Because you're going on the autopilot, you're going on the habit. But if you don't uh, see the habit, you just continue on. You're just doing what you've always done. That's why, even though your habit is on autopilot, you and I should still be what? Conscious of it. You should still be conscious of your habit because we cannot create unconsciously. How do I know that we can't create unconsciously? The all is mind. The universe is a mental creation, as within, so without. You must always know what is within you. Because as long as you know what's within, you know what you're creating. Do you see why you can't create unconsciously? If you look at the laws, the all creates consciously all day, every day. How so? Because it thinks. That's why it thinks. It thinks. What is it thinking about? What it wants to experience. So it thinks. And then it acts according to law. Even though it is above them, it acts according to law. It creates according to law. It doesn't create because it's a habit. It creates consciously. So then now we get up and we feel like we're unappreciated and nobody cares about us. That's an autopilot feeling you've had for quite some time. Habit. And because that's what it is, you know exactly what you'll get. Do you want the same thing? No. Then you've got to change your thought. How easy is that, right? You say, easy, Angela. What happens to us when we practice? We get better at what we practice. That is what happens. We get better at what we practice. Oh, good. I thought I was bending it. No, it's still straight. We get better at what we practice. The more you practice, the better you get. The better you get, well, then the better you get. So today, what are we going to do? We're going to create consciously, which means know what it is that you want to create. When you know what you want to create, an image is formed in your mind. And then by way of the law of gender, you thrust that image into the womb of creation. How do you thrust it there? You're going to need a little bit of force. What's the force? Emotion. That's why Neville says to you, what would it be like if? So if you say, what would it be like if, and you're like, and you begin to feel what it would be like, oh, now you are thrusting that image that you consciously put there. That's why. Some more people just came. Ties, tidbits, hey. Emanon. Why, thank you, my dear Emanon. Cyber. Okay, Frame, you're here. It reminds you of what mixed genre said about vision last night. Oh, you release a part of you that you had carried with you for a long time that had become a part of you. Yes, the future self you sees no reason why that it is beneficial for your growth. I understand what you're saying there. Yes, you're always tossing these things out that don't they become accumulated. They become accumulated because we don't question them. You know, when you hear the term, well, that's old school. I can talk to my dad and he'll say something from way back then. And he's like, I'm just old school. But you see that? Remaining old school. Oh dear. can keep us a little, where we don't want to be. That's why, as Emanon said, rise above habits. Remember, you are the maker of the habit, right? 21 days to make it a habit. Now, if that's all you want to do with that thing for 21 days, well, fine. Then create something else after that. You see, we must remain conscious when we create our habits. Yes, Cyber Oscar in the trash can. He always used to do. He just throws stuff everywhere. Everything flying. So I just wanted to take that time to remind each and every one of us today. When we feel at our lowest, remember what you just said to yourself. I feel. Yes, I feel. But what is the law asking you? The law is asking you, what do you know? I understand how you feel, but what do you know? Because it is what you know, my friends, not what you feel like. Because it's what you know that causes you to feel a particular way, yes? Ponder that. That's okay. Listen, I keep telling you, I'm right in the midst of y'all. I understand. We may feel like a particular thing, but the law says, what do you know? The law asks you. That's such a hard word to say, ask. The law inquires, what is it that you know? Tell me, what do you know for fact? We always say that. Well, as a matter of fact, that's what we always say. What do you know? You know that the all is mind. The universe is a mental creation. As within, so without. As above, so below. Everything vibrates between two poles, a swing to and fro, creating a rhythm, an ebb, and a flow. Every cause has its effect, and every effect its cause. A projection of the will, masculine, giving life, giving form, feminine. That's what you know. How do you know that? You got your seasons, you got rest and awake, you got hunger, you got satisfaction. There's always the ebb and the flow. You're thinking. The vibration, makes the body feel a particular way. That's how you know what vibration you're in. The better man. Hello? Enoch says, yeah, clutter mentally and physically. Ooh, Lord, hang on, y'all. If you have a question, drop it in the chat for me. Hi. Hi. I'm from the lab. I'm here to speak in blood sample. Oh, sure thing. I'll turn the light on for you. Thank you. Both of them? No, one is fine. One is fine? That's fine. I'll give you that arm. Okay. So, this is what I'm trying to tell you today. You may feel, when you get up some days, you may feel like, nobody cares about me. Nobody values me. I'm in this world all alone. That's what you may feel like. That's the vibration that you are on. But if you listen to what the all is inquiring of you, the all is asking you, what do you know? What do you know? So when you answer the question of what do you know what you've just done when you answered that question? You've lifted your vibration. And now that you've lifted your vibration, you had to do a thought. Hold on, y'all. I got to breathe. Just give me a second. Oh, okay. I'm good. Whew. I'm good. Anywho, so this is what it is. When you answer that question, you have just raised your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, what happens? I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. You can see a little bit clearer. And when you see clearly, you're all done. Just hold your case so the video will stop. Awesome. Thank you. Have a good day. Uh-huh. So that's what I'm telling you today. When you want to feel that way, and you know you're in the man, you are in the thick of it. Just remember what the all has inquired. What has the all, what is the question from the all? Yes, the better man. I know this is how you feel, but what do you know? Answer that question. Because you'll know in order to answer that question, you have to change your thought. Did you know? You had to rummage through, like Oscar. You had to rummage through and toss out something. And when you find the one that you know, you hold it up and you say, Eureka! I know this. See? Cyber, what are you saying? This is just amazing. The nurse walks in and you don't even stop delivering the message. Cyber, don't make me laugh. I can't. My belly. I can't laugh. Shoot. Ah, ah. Whew. There's a weird form of embarrassment in me that made me hide my gifts. Cyber. Well, then, I guess you're being asked that question today, are you? What do you know, Cyber? Let me tell you something, right? We've heard of fractals. See, we learned this in TCM school. We can treat the ear, auricular acupuncture. Why? Because the ear represents the whole body. You see, the auricle of the ear, the backside there, the rim, that's your spine. The tip of your ear where you pierce for your earrings, that's the head. Because it follows the shape of the embryo. When you see a part, you're not seeing part, you're seeing the whole in that part. You're seeing the whole in the part. That is a fractal. When you, again, in traditional Chinese medicine, we call it the turtle, where you go to umbilicus, your navel. You got the head of the turtle, then you got the feet, then you got the arms, right? And then above the feet or the legs, you have the knee. All from there, you can treat the entire body from just that small portion that you can see. Why can you do that? Because when you see the part, you've seen the whole. But we seem to think that when we see part, we're only getting a part. We're not getting, pardon me, we're not getting a part. We're always getting the whole. So, Cyber, um, I don't have a bowl. Ding, 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 ding. I don't have a bowl. Thank you, Ms. M, for your beautiful contribution today. Thank you. So Cyber, let me finish my train of thought and then we'll continue on again. So that form of weird embarrassment, right, that you have held on to all this time, there's the whole image. When you and I don't play our role because we're not pieces, Cyber, we're not pieces. We're the whole. So if you don't play the whole, what's wrong with that picture if you don't play the whole part you've been assigned? The part is the whole. We're going to have to get to that understanding. The part is the whole. I just gave you even the thumb, the thumb, the thumb where your fingerprint is. That's your head and neck. And then the index finger, the pointer finger, that is also your whole body. At the joint is your head. The bend, well, that can be your knee, that can be your elbow. The whole point is the part, you see, it's only a finger. It's only an ear, or so we think. That's why I tell you, Cyber, I'm picking on you today. Play your role. You cannot hide your gifts. You know why you can't hide them? Shoot. Because you're the whole package. Next time you walk by the mirror, remind yourself that I'm the whole package. How'd I get to be a whole package? Not because Angela told you you're the whole package, but because the all says you're the whole package. As within, so without. You see, this is why some people get caught up and they think, well, I can't see the all, so it must not be real. Really? You've seen a flower? You've seen the all. You've seen a bee? You've seen the all. You've seen a mosquito? I know. It's a mosquito. You've seen the all. I see cyber. I've seen the all. I've seen Miss M. I have seen the all. We are not bits and pieces. We are whole. We are complete. What makes us complete is that we are thoughts in the mind of the all. Some more people came in. Let me go back. I want to make sure I catch everybody. Um, Emanon. Oh, Shay Butter. Hey, I see you. Emanon says, that's why I haven't said anything. I don't want to make you laugh. Right? But this is, I have two folded blankets on the abdomen right now. So I can apply counter pressure. But yes, yes, Emanon. Just give me a minute. Stop it. Oh, holy Jesus. Whew. Ms. M, again, thank you for your beautiful contribution today. And I don't have a bowl because the bowl is at home and I am here. So I can't hit the bowl. But I trust that made sense to you today. Are there any questions? And because I only have my phone, I'm not on Fanbase and I'm not on Twitter. I'm only here because it's the only one I got with me this morning, right? Um, are there any questions? You know, when you guys, I'll give you time to type. I just got to ease up a little bit. Hold on, y'all. Whew. There you go. I'm good. Um, that's why it's so important. I think I think part of what we go through, right? A lot of the things that we go through in life, if we would but look at them as a way to always grow and because we're always expanding, right? This is why scientists, Neil deGrasse Tyson, everybody's telling you the universe is ever expanding. Creation can't stop. And that's why you and I are always creating. But we have to be more like the all in the fact that we create from awareness of self, not from habit, right? Think about this for a minute. You've got to be aware enough to create the habit. Then why would you stop being aware, even once the habit is made? It's the awareness that drives everything. What's the awareness? The self, right? It's the self. Oh, David. Emanon, mind developing. Yes. Yeah, but that's it. The more you learn and you grow, like learning is expansion. It causes us to see so many beautiful things. Um, Friday, David, I just started to get really bad abdominal pain. And I'm like, what in the Sam Hill? And by a certain time, it had not abated. I got a cold sweat and, so I phoned the HealthLink line and she says, well, Angela, with abdominal pain, you need emergency. And I was like, okay, which I didn't want to do. But I ended up calling the ambulance anyway. I cried. The pain was so bad. And I said to myself, how in the heck did Dr. Joe Dispenza do this with 6 crushed vertebrae? Do you know what kind of pain that is? 6 crushed vertebrae? And he's just like, nah, I'm not going to get an operation. I would just fix it myself. He spent whatever time he needed to do it and walked out. I was like, whew, what is it that I don't know yet that will allow me to do that? Time. He's been doing what I just started doing. He's been doing it my whole life. You see what I tell you? The more you practice, the better you get. So yeah, David, I've been here since Friday. Home. I'm not home yet, David. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I still have my consultation with the surgeon. So I know nothing yet, but I do know how I want it to go. I know nothing else other than that. And they've just been really good to me. You know, they've been, every single one of them have been kind to me. And yeah. Anywho, oh, Casey, you're here. It's good to see you, Sanovia. Not yet, David. Not yet. Um, but yes. So you see, when I tell us, right, we are not simply parts. We're not bits and pieces, okay? We are the whole. We are the entirety, pardon me. We are the entirety. Oh, yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Whew. We are the entirety. Yes? And I know sometimes we feel like we want to just toss in the towel and just, yeah. But there's a class coming up. We're going to talk about some serious things because a lot of us are still in a frame of mind where we think that generational things, you get up in the morning sometimes and, you know, you feel lonely. I'm so lonely. You feel lonely, right? You feel whatever the way you feel. And we think that those things don't have an effect. I've told you now, this is twice. Whew, that's scary. The bed adjusts. Sorry. Um, we think that our thoughts are somehow invisible, but we have to remember correspondence. As within the mind, the body must present to you. The body must present itself to you. I'm not going to share it here right now because, you know, I will say this though. The body presents to you what you are feeling on the inside with that thought on that vibration. So don't think that we can kind of sort of get away from that, you know. You can't break the law. You're governed by it, right? You know. Beauty Queen Onika. Zenobia, you know who I didn't say? I didn't say Empress Ella. No, I didn't say Brian either. There's two Brians. And Sonia, did I say a Sonia? I know I said a not. Um, are there any questions? Because I don't want to keep y'all like real long because you know how I can get a little chatty, right? Yeah. Let me know if you have any questions. You can DM me because I'll get my DMs, right? Um, but remember today, the most important thing here is you are loved, you are appreciated, and you are cared for on the highest level. No man, no woman, no child can top it. But what they stand to show us as above, so below. We think we love our children, yes? We think our children love us. That's below. What's above? See, we can get our minds around, oh, mommy, I missed you. We can get our minds around that. But in order to kind of sort of grasp, then you have to use the law of correspondence. As above, so below. You know love down here. But the love that is above, that encompasses all, oh, snap, right? That That right there is what the all is always asking. I know what you feel like, but tell me, what do you know? Right? Our feelings can be usurped, meaning somebody can just come along and hijack your feelings, but they cannot hijack what you know. The seasons. You can't hijack it. Rain, sun, you cannot be hijacked. You know it because it is there in front of your face. So if ever you catch yourself in a position again, Oracle Treehouse, I'm reading your message. Oh, thank you, Oracle Treehouse. Thank you for sending me Tao healing hands. I appreciate that very, very much. I appreciate it very much. I was gonna tell you guys something, and it slipped my mind. It slipped my mind. Oh, listen, when I say to you, right, that we sometimes think our thoughts are hidden and that we don't have to bear the brunt of them. Yeah, the evidence is ever before us, isn't it? Of course. Thank you, Oracle Treehouse. Um, but I just wanted to remind us all today that unconditional love is what drives all of creation. How so? Because good, bad, or indifferent, the law governs all. So whether somebody was nice, whether they mistreated you, every one of us is governed by law. We all are. And so this is why I tell us, mind you, there's some things that have been long standing in our lives that, we did from a place of nocience. We behaved in a particular way because we didn't know any better, right? And so now that we know better, we can begin to mitigate, if not get rid of most of those kinds of undesirable effects. If you're like me and you're mostly stubborn, ask my bestie. She'll tell you. Oh, she'll tell you. She'll say, no, you're not mostly stubborn. You're all the way stubborn. Shamefully. You see, we must become flexible to overcome our stubbornness, right? So then we can no longer continue to make excuses when the all asks us, tell me what you know. We can't make excuses anymore, right? Anywho, if there aren't any questions, if there aren't any more questions, I'm going to scroll backwards now. I'm not wearing my glasses because the phone is so close. You know how us women are, right? You got to pull the phone far away or hold it up close. You go in the store and you're like, oh, wait, what are the ingredients? You hold that bottle so far away, you're like, what? Yeah, I know. I know. David. Yes. You see, David, I'm glad you said that. You said I'm stubborn too. That's why I'm sticking to the law. You see, if you're stubborn to use the law, you see, all things work together for good for those that love the law, right? Romans 8:28. I think that's what it is. Cyber? I'm pretty sure it's Romans 8:28. All things work together for good for those that love the law. So your stubbornness, which may have been my stubbornness, which may have been a quote unquote bad habit, if we apply, because remember, stubbornness you didn't just wake up and say, I'm gonna be stubborn. You did not do that. Something in your life that you lived created stubbornness within you. And that's why I say sometimes we can no longer make excuses. If you say, yeah, I was raised that way and that's why I'm stubborn, okay, now what you gonna do? Now that you know the law, what you gonna do? Remain stubborn or change? Or change. Change where you point that stubbornness. You hold on to that tenacity. I prefer the word tenacity. Stubborn, because they tell you you're stubborn like a mule. I heard that my whole life. I prefer the word tenacious. Um, so you can turn your tenacity towards the law and use it and be empowered by it every single day. Right? That's what we can do. That's how we turn ourselves around. So don't beat yourself up and think, uh, I really done gone and messed it up this time. Oh, believe me. I feel that one too, so I know. But we can't sit there and do that because the all is asking. The all is asking, Emanon, tell me what you know. Tell me something good. Tell me what you know. It's that accountability to take account, take stock of what you're doing. Are you just doing it on autopilot? Or are you seeing the autopilot and saying, hey, whoa, hold on now? And that is why I love each and every one of you. Thank you, my beautiful Marjorie. So let me go backwards now and shout out all of you. And then that should take me 2 minutes. Emanon, a pleasure always. Cyber, Marjorie, David, Oracle Treehouse. Yeah, Beauty Queen Onika, Synovia, KZ, Ms. M. Yes, again, thank you for your beautiful contribution and generosity on such a lovely day. Shea butter, baby, shea butter. The better man, Enoch, Tice Tidbits, K-Frame, Jamea, Nancy, Cynthia, and Olivia. I love it when the kiddies join because little kidlets, they learn and they ask such beautiful questions. And when they ask such beautiful questions, you know they're curious about the law. Now you get to show them the law everywhere. You plant your garden and you say, you know what, honey, look, this is the law of correspondence. What do you think we're going to get? And once you tell her what that seed is, well, then she'll tell you what you'll reap. And that's when you say, well, you just learned the law of correspondence. It goes that way for how you feel on the inside, too. See how beautiful it is to teach the law? What does it tell you? Train up a child in the way it should go and it will not depart from it. That's a double-edged sword, you know. You get taught rubbish. Shoot. You tend to stick with that rubbish till you learn something else. Right? Let's see who else. My sweet Zola. A not. Melanated Queen. Mixed genre. I see you. Oh, there's new comments. Uh, oh no, David, there's Lance tonight. Well, wait. Stay posted. Ooh, stay posted for that. Because that is dependent upon what I hear today from uh, general surgery. That Lance is dependent upon that. Lance and I spoke, and so I yeah, right. So I'll know what's going on later on this morning. I don't know right now. Um, but yeah, see, I just love you guys, man. I do, and because we're doing Noah and the flood, right? Yeah, we're doing Noah and the flood. Yeah, so I gotta read through that story again because like I say, I remember it, but I just want to get all the stray bits. you know. I want to get all the strays for the story, and so I can put it all together. Um, are there any more questions before we go? I had to re-download Fanbase on my phone and Discord because I only have those guys on my iPad. I don't, and yeah, I can't do Twitter and this at the same time. So I just love each and every one of you, and I appreciate you being here on a lovely day, Monday, Monday. You know, it's a good Monday. Um, yeah. Ooh, hiccups are not good. Um, yeah, you can always slide into my DMs because you know you can find that in my LINKTREE, mixed genre. Um, anyhow, time to rest. David, I have been resting all weekend. My stomach just growled, David. I have to, I've been doing, I think it only growled twice to have to keep your mind somewhere else. Let me tell you, I've been learning focus up in here. I have been learning focus in a way, you can practice all you want, but when you're like in the thick of things, oh, I've been learning focus because they deliver food to the room below me, the room above me, the room across from me, but not my room. So your sense of smell, right? Yeah, I've been learning focus in a way that I never did before. So, um, yeah. Anyhow, I love you all, and I look forward to seeing you tonight. Yeah, Emma, it really truly is a different kind. Like I listen, let me tell you, you don't know you got it in you. What did Bob Marley say? You don't know how strong you are until strong is all you can be. Yeah, that's firsthand. I know that now. You know, when you sit and you meditate, that's focus. But this, huge. That's a whole nother level of focus. So yeah. Oh, Nancy, thank you, and you're welcome. I know parting is such sweet sorrow. There's new comments. Yeah, and it only lets me go back so far on the phone too. It doesn't let me do anything else. But yeah, that's all it is. Countdown initiated. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Much love, everybody. Much, much, much love to you all. I gotta charge my phone. And I will see what happens with Lance tonight, but you'll have plenty of notice. I'm looking forward to it. So we'll see what happens. Alrighty? And as I said, you can slide into my DMs and let me know. All right? This is really helpful for me to keep my mind where I want it to be instead of where it wants to go naturally. You understand what I'm saying? So I appreciate each and every one of you for being here and contributing to where my mind is today. Right? I appreciate that very, very much. Yes. All right, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip side. I wonder, yeah, I should be able to do it from my phone again. I will see you tonight. Much love, everybody. Much love. And thank you again, Miss M. Much love.